Hey, Wayne Fox, and I decided to do a quick video on all the new things in Lightroom 6, Lightroom CC, and I'm going to try to do it in less than 6 minutes. Catalog backup files are now compressed, which result in a much smaller file, about 1/4 the size, and you also can't open them directly into Lightroom accidentally. Lightroom can now automatically select the optimum size for your standard previews based on your display's resolution and dimensions. Clicking the triangle in the identity plate now allows you to pause certain background processes such as face detection and map functions. You will find Lightroom is a little faster, and in the preference panel you can notice that some process will use the graphics processor if available on your hardware. New in the crop tool is a button which will automatically try to straighten your images, and it does a pretty good job. Something reported as new by one Adobe video has actually been around since Lightroom 5, but it's a very cool feature which allows you to automatically select a white and a black point by shift double clicking on the white and the black label. You can create a straight adjustment brush by clicking once, then shift clicking. You can also move an adjustment brush. If you notice that you didn't quite line it up, you can grab the pen and literally move the brush. This allows you to create adjustment brushes for images and sync them across similar images, but allows you to fine-tune the position of that brush if things were moving in the other images. Very helpful. The red eye tool now has a pet eye option, which allows you to correct for the effect in a pet's eye, which is normally not red and is a different color. I don't have a picture of any pets, so I really can't show that. Control tab will now automatically sequence between the options in the camera or the lens correction panel. Notice this is Control tab on both platforms, even on the Mac. It's not Command tab. This works even if you're not in this panel. Soft proofing in the Develop module now supports CMYK as well as RGB profiles. You can find your CMYK profiles and have them available in your menu, and then select them to see a soft proof of that particular press product. This is especially helpful if you're using the book module and blurb. You can get blurb CMYK profiles to do soft proofing. You can now merge RAW files and other files directly in Lightroom, both HDR and panorama files. The resulting file is also a RAW file. In this case, it's a DNG format file. And Lightroom will apply lens corrections before it makes the merge. Because it's DNG, it's much smaller than if it was done as a 16-bit TIFF file. And it seems to me it does a better job than Photoshop. This file, I've looked extensively for problems in these flowers which were apparent in Photoshop, and I can't find any issues of bad seams. So a very, very helpful tool, one of the better features of the new Lightroom. I've already done a video on this, but Lightroom now has a brush that allows you to edit the mask overlay of a graduated filter or a radio filter, where you can paint away areas that will be affected or paint additional areas to be affected. Simply select brush. In this case I'm going to erase, auto mask is on, and now I can brush away the areas of that graduated filter that I don't want effect in this image very, very quickly. When importing pictures, you can automatically add them to a collection. This is especially useful if you're using Lightroom Mobile and would like to add the new images to the Lightroom Mobile collection. Additionally, there is now an option to show a collection filter, and if you have a lot of collections, allows you to filter those collections and find ones that contain certain words. Can be very helpful for those that use a lot of collections. While the painter tool is active, you can shift click at any point and change the keywords that are assigned to that painter tool while painting. The Slideshow module has some nice improvements. The music is now separated from the playback, and you can add more than one song, up to 10 songs to your slideshow. You can also remove any of those by clicking the minus key. The slideshow mode set to automatic, you can then click the fit to music, and it seems to end more appropriately than previous versions of Lightroom. You can select the sync slides to music option, which attempts to change the slides in relation to the rhythm of the music. There's a new pan and zoom feature, sort of a Ken Burns effect, that has been added. And lastly, there's a quality option down here which lets you change the quality of the slideshow in case the processor of your computer is overtaxed and can't keep up with the transitions. And last, Lightroom now has the ability to detect faces. The interface for this is very robust, and it seems to be very accurate, with a lot of shortcuts to help do it quickly on large catalogs. Julianne Cost from Adobe has a video on this module, which is very well done. And if you want to use face detection, I encourage you to find it and watch it. Associated with face detection is a new keyword option. A face is basically a specialized keyword, and if I click here in my keyword list, I can actually find the keywords that are related to the people that I've chosen in my face recognition, and I can of course click the arrow key to see all the images of that particular person that I've tagged. So that's it. That's Lightroom 6, everything I've found that is new. I'm sure there are a few other things. I don't think I made this quite in 6 minutes, but it was pretty quick. If there's any questions, anything you see, there are quite a few tutorials coming out. I have a couple myself I'm working on. But a lot of this you can figure out yourself once you have the basic idea of what it can do just by playing around with it. Well, good luck with Lightroom 6. Have a lot of fun.